Top 10 countries with the best quality of life in 2026. What does a good life actually mean in 2026? Is it money, or the time to enjoy it? Is it safety, or the freedom to breathe without fear? Is it opportunity, or peace of mind? What if the richest country isn't the happiest? And what if the happiest countries don't look powerful at all? In 2026, quality of life is no longer a luxury. It's a strategy for survival. Number 10. Germany. Stability over spectacle. When reliability becomes a lifestyle advantage. Germany doesn't promise perfection. It promises something far more valuable in 2026. Consistency. Trains run on time. Laws are enforced evenly. Institutions function even during crises. Public systems don't collapse when pressure rises. They adapt. Germany's healthcare system remains one of the most accessible and resilient in the world. Workers benefit from strong labor protections, generous parental leave, and clear employee rights. Job security here isn't an illusion. It's written into policy. What truly separates Germany in 2026 is predictability. For residents and expatriates alike, this creates a rare psychological asset: confidence in the future. Life may not feel glamorous every day, but it feels dependable. And in a world full of uncertainty, that dependability becomes priceless. Germany proves that quality of life isn't about excitement. It's about knowing tomorrow won't collapse. Number 9. Austria. Culture meets comfort. When daily life feels quietly refined, Austria offers something many countries lost while chasing speed: grace. From its healthcare system to its public transport, Austria operates with a calm efficiency that removes friction from everyday life. Cities are walkable, public spaces are respected. Infrastructure is designed for people, not traffic congestion. Vienna consistently ranks among the most livable cities in the world, and not because it's flashy. Culture here isn't a luxury reserved for weekends. It's woven into daily life. Museums, music halls, historic architecture, and green spaces coexist with modern efficiency. In 2026, Austria feels balanced in a way few countries manage to achieve. There is economic stability without burnout, culture without chaos, order without rigidity. Austria reminds us that quality of life isn't about doing more, it's about living better. Number 8. Iceland. Peace as a national asset. When silence becomes prosperity. Iceland doesn't chase scale. It doesn't compete for global dominance. Instead, it protects something far rarer in 2026: calm. With near-zero crime, high trust in institutions, and clean, renewable energy powering daily life, Iceland operates on a different frequency. People lock their doors less. Children grow up with independence. Stress levels remain low. Quality of life here isn't driven by income alone. It's driven by mental space. Fewer people means less pressure. Vast landscapes create perspective. Nature isn't an escape. It's the backdrop of everyday life. Iceland proves a quiet truth the modern world often ignores: happiness increases when noise decreases. Number 7. Norway. Security. Without sacrifice. Wealth that works for everyone. Norway's success is not accidental. It's engineered with patience and foresight. Natural resources were not exploited for short-term gain. They were managed for generational stability. The result is one of the strongest social safety nets on Earth. Universal healthcare, free education, robust unemployment protections, a pension system that doesn't induce fear. But what truly elevates Norway in 2026 is emotional security. People aren't constantly worried about falling through the cracks. Job loss doesn't mean collapse. Aging doesn't mean anxiety. Illness doesn't mean financial ruin. Norway shows what happens when a nation plans beyond quarterly profits and prioritizes long-term human dignity. Number 6. Finland. Well-being as policy. The happiest country didn't chase happiness. Finland doesn't obsess over success. It designs for it quietly: clean air, low corruption, exceptional education, a culture that respects privacy and personal boundaries. These aren't lifestyle choices. They're national standards. Trust defines Finnish society. trust in institutions, trust in neighbors, trust that systems will work without constant supervision. In 2026, Finland reminds the world that well-being isn't a motivational slogan. It's an outcome of good governance. Happiness here doesn't come from excess. It comes from knowing life doesn't need to be fought every day. Number 5. Switzerland, precision living. When excellence becomes routine. Switzerland operates like its watches. Accurate, durable, disciplined. Healthcare quality ranks among the best in the world. Wages are high. Environmental standards are strict. Infrastructure rarely fails. But there is a trade-off. Quality of life here is earned. Costs are high. Expectations are higher. Switzerland demands responsibility, discipline, and contribution. But in return, it offers something rare in 2026. Systems that never feel fragile, nothing flashy, nothing broken. Switzerland represents controlled excellence, a society that refuses to compromise on fundamentals. Every system is engineered for reliability, not spectacle. Education, transport, and healthcare operate with mechanical precision. Mistakes are minimized through foresight, not reaction. Citizens are empowered by clarity and consistency. Efficiency doesn't sacrifice humanity. Rules are respected because they work. Economic stability feels inevitable, not fragile. Innovation is gradual, measured, and sustainable. The standard of living isn't luck, it's engineered. And that is Switzerland's quiet, unshakable power. Number 4. Oman. Stability in a volatile region. The quiet achiever of the Middle East. Oman doesn't dominate headlines. And that's exactly why it works. In a region often associated with volatility, Oman has built a reputation for safety, political stability, and balance. Development here is measured, not rushed. Progress is steady, not chaotic. In 2026, expatriates and locals alike benefit from a pace of life that values respect, tradition, and social harmony. Infrastructure improves without overwhelming culture. Growth happens without erasing identity. Oman proves something important. Quality of life doesn't require constant expansion, only sustainable direction. Number 3. Denmark, the masterclass in balance. Where work stops being the center of life, Denmark understands something most economies ignore: limits. Strong welfare systems protect citizens, but it's the cultural mindset that elevates Denmark in 2026. Work is important, but it doesn't consume identity. Shorter work weeks, flexible schedules, safe, walkable cities. Time is treated as a resource, not something to be sacrificed endlessly. Productivity here isn't extracted, it's protected. People work efficiently, then live fully. Denmark stands as proof that economic success and personal happiness are not enemies. Rest is seen as fuel, not weakness. Burnout is treated as a system failure, not a personal flaw. Families are prioritized without apology. Leisure is built into policy, not squeezed into leftovers. Cities are designed for humans, not just output. Trust replaces surveillance in the workplace. Balance creates loyalty, not laziness. Well-being compounds into long-term performance. Happiness becomes an economic advantage, and that may be Denmark's most valuable export. Number 2. Netherlands. Cities designed for humans. When infrastructure shapes happiness. The Netherlands doesn't force people to adapt to cities. It adapts cities to people. Cyclable streets reduce stress. Public transport reduces dependency. Urban design prioritizes accessibility, safety, and flow. Healthcare is reliable. Social systems are fair. Life feels intuitive instead of combative. In 2026, the Netherlands shows how design shapes psychology. When movement is easy and systems are humane, stress dissolves quietly. Quality of life becomes automatic, not something you have to chase. Every corner is planned with people in mind. Traffic chaos is minimized, not endured. Parks and green spaces are part of everyday routes, not luxury escapes. Cycling isn't a choice. It's the easiest option. Public spaces invite interaction, not isolation. Efficiency is human-centric, not just speed-centric. Cities breathe with their citizens, not against them. Stress is prevented before it manifests. Well-being is embedded in infrastructure. And that is how a nation engineers happiness. Number 1. Luxembourg, the silent champion. The country that quietly does everything right. Luxembourg rarely dominates headlines. But in 2026, it dominates outcomes, extraordinary purchasing power, elite infrastructure, top-tier public services, exceptional safety, and all of it packed into a compact, highly efficient nation. What sets Luxembourg apart isn't excess, it's optimization. Opportunity exists without exhaustion. Efficiency exists without pressure. Wealth exists without chaos. Luxembourg proves the best quality of life isn't loud, it's precise. Why 2026 redefines quality of life. Wealth is no longer the final answer. In 2026, quality of life is measured differently, not by GDP alone, but by time, safety, health, trust, and stability. The best countries aren't chasing speed, they're reducing friction, and that's why they win. The real luxury. These countries aren't perfect, but they share one powerful advantage. They make life easier. In a world growing louder, faster, and more uncertain, that ease may be the greatest luxury of all. If you enjoyed this global breakdown, subscribe, turn on the bell, and tell me in the comments, which country would you move to? And what matters most to you in a good life?